I failed to give my father grace. I was so grudgingly upset with him and had no willingness of the wherewithal of forgiveness. And I just held him accountable. I was just so mean to him until one day I got a call that he was gone. I can never take that back. I can never tell him I'm sorry. I can never help him the way that I should have. I can never be the one that I am. I can never be the one to him to show him that, Dad, I got you. We're going to fight through this thing together. And that's before he died, he would share, he's the only one. And he shared his struggles with me. I just wasn't in the mental position to receive it. I was living through my hurt people. And he was trying to come out of it, whereas I was still pushing away from him. And so I think, when he was alone, his parents had already passed, his siblings and family members were not responding to him. And so he was just by himself with whatever female pulled up on him in those moments. And so by him being in that position, he would always call me periodically and just share with me how much he loved me. He was drunk all the time, but he would share how much he loved me. And by the way, I did adopt that from him when I was in the Marine Corps. And periodically throughout life, I utilized alcohol to inebriate myself to avoid feeling and enduring and facing my going through. Thank God, and to God be the glory, I have made it over that mountain. But he would share with me that he needed me by his side and he didn't have anyone else. And I would just be so mean, like, you're the dad. I'm not coming to you, you come to me. And you have grandkids that you have never met. You need to come meet them. He was like, yes, I'm coming. And in the coming, within 2 weeks, he was gone. I think my current life, some aspect of it is still processing the realities of that. I think I still have to fully forgive myself for it. Because this reality is one that plagues many nations of people, cultures of people, and the breakdown of family. Even though God comes through us, he came through my dad. I truly believe that. He came through my dad to try to reach me, because in those spaces, I was supposed to be the stronger one. I believe God saw me as the stronger one. He expected me to be the stronger one. My daddy was older, so he wasn't in that position to help himself, but he saw in me that I could help him if I could just get out the way. Well, I didn't. I didn't accept the call. I suffered for it, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. My kids suffer because when I suffer and I'm not able to be my whole self individually, your kids suffer. Who I'm being in life and the energy I'm giving off, of course, my environment will be impacted. And they definitely were. I drank more. I would pass out in the room, shut my door. Sometimes my kids wouldn't know. Sometimes I would stay away just so I wouldn't show my face to them in that manner. Even as I'm sharing this with you, it's coming out this way. And it's not scripted, as you've seen some of the other videos on my channel, because I want to always make sure that I'm offering the message that I've been instructed to offer as the kingdom-led woman that I am today, wanting to support the generations or to support whomever it's for. You know, sometimes we are looking for a multitude or generations, or it's not about that. It's about, if it was for just one person to hear the message, to assist them in their breakthrough, that's who it was for. Just one person. My life is about being the example, good, bad, or indifferent. I just hope that someone else doesn't have to endure the same if it wasn't a positive enduring. And so in all of that, I endured regret. I endured not unforgiveness of self. I began to make stupid decisions, unfortunate decisions that placed me and my kids in different spaces and places. Same predicaments that I endured. Well, I wouldn't say same. I would say unfavorable predicaments that I always shared to myself, that after going through the things that I had gone through growing up, then my kids would never suffer the same. They didn't suffer the same, but they suffered. Again, all the unfairness that I spoke of concerning my parents, I became the unfair parent and not allowing my kids to have the best fortunate upbringing that I could possibly offer them. And I didn't give that to them. While I didn't give them the best, I want to be clear that they did not have the worst. They had a parent. They didn't have a good parent all the time. They had a parent. They didn't have a conscious parent all the time. They had a parent. They didn't have an aware parent all the time, because I allowed myself to have wool. The wool that should have been taken from over my eyes, I allowed it to stay there, and I dwelled in it and was okay with dwelling in it.